Welcome back, guys, to Salt and Pepper Gaming.
Today is a jam-packed episode looking at some awesome games coming out this year in 2021 for the PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Let's go.
First off the ranks and coming out in September is Deathloop.
Deathloop is looking pretty special. It's actually pretty interesting and very different from every other first-person kind of shoot 'em ups that you've seen this year.
Yeah, so you wake up on an island as Colt, and you're stuck in a time loop. And the way to get out of this time loop is that you're missioned to take out 8 characters, 8 people that are all throughout the island. And within the game, if you don't succeed in killing all the 8 people in that one night, you start the loop again. If you die, you start the loop again. Within the game, there's also another character that is missioned to kill you throughout the game. And if he succeeds, then you start the loop again. So it's a very different type of game. So that's why it would be quite interesting when it comes out to see how it plays.
Yeah, it's very much reminds me of Edge of Tomorrow. Where Tom Cruise keeps waking up after his death and he's having to figure out how to beat the system and how to break this loop.
Though you've got till midnight, there is plenty of time within the game to complete the missions that you're tasked to. So there's no actual time constraints per se, so it gives you plenty of time to obviously speak to everyone on the island and figure out who these 8 characters are, how you're going to assassinate them within that midnight time frame.
It's a similar style to Hitman 47. As you choose one of the 4 districts and your equipment, you can actually choose the timing you want to go into the districts. So for example, if you visit Uptown during the day, you're met with workers, but if you visit Uptown at night, it's a party experience. It's something completely different. We're pretty keen for Deathloop. We're looking forward to playing a game that's very different from what we've played before.
Yeah, and so when it comes out, we'll be doing a review for it, so check it out when it comes out.
Well, in September, we see another Tom Clancy release with Rainbow Six Extraction.
Yeah, so this game is looking pretty sweet. It's a bit different to other Tom Clancy's editions, where I guess it's got some aliens in this version, so some people might not like it, I guess being a bit different. This game is a co-op multiplayer where you work together to fight against a parasite-like alien called the Archaeans. You must infiltrate an alien-infested location, complete objectives, collecting samples and gathering intel. You have numerous submaps and objectives to complete. After an objective, you can extract your team early and make sure no one dies. But if you continue, you can receive more rewards, but each new zone gets harder at the risk of injuring your teammates or becoming MIA. You can choose from 3 operators with their own gadgets and weapons.
If you like Tom Clancy, if you like Rainbow Six games, you'll like this one. October's a big month with a whole bunch of games being released this year.
Yeah, and Far Cry 6 is coming out in October, and this game is looking pretty sweet for the 6th edition of Far Cry.
Far Cry is by far one of my favorite first-person style gaming. It's the vastness of the lands are awesome. The fact that you can get into vehicles, pick up different guns, the storylines, the different settings. It's awesome, but this Far Cry 6 doesn't live up to the other games.
I love the variety of... Variety?
Variety.
How do you say it?
Variety.
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 Variety. Variety.
Variety.
Variety.
Variety.
Oh my god.
I'm saying it correctly, aren't I?
Good. Yep.
Okay, alright. This game has... This game has awesome... What's another word for variety? This game has a variety of weapons that you can customize and play in this game, and they look pretty awesome. In this game, you have the grappling hook and the wingsuit, which helps you get around the map a lot easier. There are different ways of getting around the map. Through horse, through car, and through secret paths in the jungle. And also they're having the option of just hiding weapons when you're going through villages.
This game is set in Yara, a fictional Caribbean island ruled as a dictatorship by El Presidente, Anton Castillo. You take the role of Danny Regis, who's intending to topple his regime. This game's fun. It's Far Cry. If you've played any other Far Cry, you know what to expect. Make sure you get it.
Back 4 Blood is a simple plot. There's a zombie outbreak and your mission is to survive the zombie apocalypse. So it's a successor from the Left 4 Dead series.
Back 4 Blood is a 4-player co-op mission-based game where you're pretty much destroying zombies, trying to get to the end of each level in this bloodbath campaign mode apocalyptic game. This post-apocalyptic game, it takes place after an outbreak which has destroyed the world with a new parasite that seems to have come from an alien race. And in the game, most of the humans have been infected by this virus, and your job is to destroy these creatures at every turn.
So look out for Back 4 Blood. It's looking pretty awesome as a zombie game. So House of Ashes coming out is a 3rd series from the Dark Pictures anthology. This is an interactive horror drama series.
So House of Ashes is set at the end of the Iraqi war, where the special forces, they're hunting for weapons of mass destruction, but submerged underground, they uncover something far, far deadlier.
With no comms and people starting to disappear, your survival of you and your 4 other comrades depend on the decisions you make in-game. Based on the trailers, what's awesome to see in this game are the jump scares. Like any horror game, you want to have a jump scare in there, so this one will be exciting to see and play coming up in October.
Well, after a few years of waiting, Battlefield fans are finally excited to hear that 2042 is being released this year. And if you like Battlefield, if you love first-person shoot-em-ups with like expansive maps and insane graphics, this game is one not to be missed, I think.
Yeah, so this one here, it doesn't have any campaign. Some people, I guess, don't like that it has no campaign, but most players for Battlefield, they're there for multiplayer. So they've put all their time and effort into multiplayer, which is, I guess, what we want. So we're quite excited to see this game coming out soon. What's awesome about the multiplayer maps is that you can play up to 128 players in the next gen consoles. On launch, you have 7 maps coming out and 10 specialties.
Some of the awesome changes in this game, which stands out from the other first-person shoot-em-ups, is the fact that players can now request a vehicle airdrop to any location, which is something you want when the maps are that large and you want to get into the action. But also the game introduces a new plus system, which allows players to customize their weapons on the spots.
So we can't wait to get our hands around this game. It comes in 3 editions at this stage: Standard, Gold, and Ultimate. So can't wait for this one to come out. As fans of Call of Duty, we're actually quite excited now to see the trailer for Halo Infinite. We grew up playing Halo 2, Halo 1. We back in the day used to have 4 Xboxes, 4 TVs, and 16 mates hanging out and versing each other on Halo. So it's great to see this game have a similar look and feel to the original Halos that came out back in the day.
Infinite was planned to be released with the Xbox Series X or S on November 10th as a launch title, but then was delayed to August, and then was delayed again, obviously, to this year's release.
I love how you can customize your own character, your own Spartan, from the armor to the emblems to the effects, and even your weapons and the vehicles you drive. The only negative that I can fault about the Halo is the fact that it cannot be played on a PlayStation, so you need an Xbox or a PC. So I guess that's another reason why you should get your hands on an Xbox Series X. And I guess there's 2 games really that are coming up that are just exclusive for the PC and the Xbox, and that is Forza Horizon 5.
Forza 5 has to be one of the best racing franchise series ever made, and they're lucky to have this. It looks absolutely incredible. The trailer looks spectacular. It's set in the beautiful city of Mexico, featuring a real-life city experience, racing through rainforests, cities, and even there's a dormant volcano that you get to drive around.
In the open world of Forza Horizon 5, you can be challenged in an open world battle royale to an opponent online. Forza Horizon 5 is going to be an awesome looking graphical racing game for the next gen consoles, for the Xbox and the PC. And the final game on our list coming out this year is Dying Light 2, coming out in December.
Its trail leads him to the city, probably the last bastion of mankind in the world.
I've never played Dying Light, the original one, but when I looked at the trailer for Dying Light 2, I did not realize you could mix parkour, first-person shooter, and zombies all in one. and be an awesome game, and this one looks pretty awesome.
Dying Light 2 takes place 15 years after the zombie outbreak in the crumbling city known only as The City. In this game, you take on the role of Aiden Cadwell, a member of a group called the Night Runners. What's cool about this game is, just like the previous games, it brings back the day and night cycle and has a new narrative that emphasizes the importance of your choices as the player. So whatever choices you make in the game as the player in the day, it affects the night, it affects the actual story and the city itself.
When this releases in December, it's going to come out in 4 editions that we know of: the standard, the deluxe, and the ultimate, and the collector's edition. So when it launches, we'll be reviewing the collector's edition, having a look at all the stuff that it comes with.
Well, there you have it. We just had a sneak peek into these epic games that are coming out this year for all you PlayStation, Xbox, and PC fans. Why don't you comment down below on the game that you're looking forward to playing? I'm looking forward to Deathloop and Halo if I had an Xbox.
And I'm looking forward to Dying Light 2. So if you're a Nintendo fan, check out the video here where we cover all the Nintendo Switch games coming out for 2021.
Yeah, so look, hey, if you want to get more content from Salt and Pepper Gaming, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like us, hit the bell, follow us on Facebook and Insta, and we'll see you guys next episode.
See ya.